Hey everybody, Rose the Cloud9 here, and I've begun progress on the Citroen. This is past the inbox review. I did a bit of airbrushing yesterday on the car, and I thought I should do an update. This is part of the Get Out of Your Comfort Zone group build, and it's definitely already starting to be out of my comfort zone. I've had to kind of replan how I'm going to build this car. And usually when I'm building an aircraft, you put most of it together and you paint it afterwards, basically with the exception of like the canopy and stuff like that. But with this car, I've kind of come to the realization that what I'm going to have to do with this particular model is paint most of it first and build it later, which is kind of going against what I usually do. So I'm kind of having to reprogram my mind to think differently on this. So here's the underside of the car, and I just painted it black. It called for semi-gloss black. I don't really know why you do semi-gloss, so I just figured, heck, just use a gloss or a flat black. Painted the engine green here, and this is the fuel tank. This is one of my new favorite paints, guys. This is such a cool paint. It's called Dark Iron XF84. I picked this up on a whim, and yeah, this is like one of my favorite paints of all time. It's kind of a brownish gray. It's meant to be kind of a burnt color, but it also has little bits of flecks of silver in it, so it's pretty cool, and it looks just fantastic sitting there, so I'm really happy with that. And for the interior, I used buff. What is the color number? Oh, here it is. XF57. They wanted you to use deck tan, but when I looked at pictures of it on the internet, it kind of resembled this color a bit more, so I went for this one. And I'm quite happy with it. It looks good. I think, here it is painted on the inside of the car. It's just very, very light beige color. But this, the wooden deck tan, by what I could understand, is the for the military car, like this one right here, the one on the box, it's basically the same car, but they just painted it all one color. So, but by what I understand is the interiors were different. Totally depended on the car or who owned it and stuff like that. And so for a civilian car, for this to not be exact is kind of okay. I even saw one that was a very kind of white beige, and it looked really good. So yeah, like I said, I have to plan everything differently. So I painted like all these beige parts in here, and they look really nice. So I'm quite happy with how they've turned out here. And I cut out one of the doors to see how they'd fit. Because the next color I'm going to paint on is the blue. I'm going to use X3 Royal Blue. It's a pretty nice gloss. That's going to look good, I think. And it'll fit, at home. It's kind of hinging. Let's see. It's just kind of funny. Close the door. Anyways, I'm getting carried away here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down. Like that. I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to tape up all the interior here so that none of the paint will get in there. I'm just going to tape the entire thing so nothing happens, and take this tab off in the back, and I'm going to go airbrush this blue on here. And it's going to be a very heavy coat in a way, lots of layers is what I mean by heavy. And when that's done, I might even come back tomorrow and paint another set on, another layer, so that so that it's just thicker, because acrylics tend to be kind of lighter layers. So I'd like to have it thicker than that, and then I'm going to leave it to dry for a week. I really want to let this stuff harden so I don't have to worry about handling it, masking it. I've had a couple instances with the gloss finish where I've peeled it off and it's left tape residue. So I think if I leave it to dry for a very long time, and that I won't run into that same problem again. That's what I'm hoping, at least. So I'm gonna go try that out. So I've got some seam lines to clean up here. There's a couple here. There's one on the front I never noticed before. It's very, very invisible almost. You can't really see it that well. And but yeah, I luckily spotted it. And yeah, then I'm gonna go and paint the blue because I'm quite excited for this car, but it's just gonna take me a little while longer than most of my models because like I said, have to let it all dry out. But yeah, I'm having fun with this car, and I can't wait to try this out. So the next part you'll probably see is me airbrushing. So okay, it's time to airbrush. I have yet to hook up my airbrush to the compressor here, but just thought I'd show you guys what I'm going to do. So here I've taped up as much of the interior as I think will get hit with paint. I don't think anything will get as far as that because of how I'm going to be painting it. But yeah, it's all pushed in there together. I've got quite a bit of airbrushing to do. I'm airbrushing 2 models right now, so I'm going to be here a while. But here's the royal blue. It's all stirred up and ready to go. And here's the back. And I'm also going to do the wheels right now. I'm just going to quick pass over them. And yeah, it should be about it. It's not too much work, but it's going to be kind of tedious work because it's paying attention to small detail. I also left this sprue here on the back so I can put a clamp on here and just airbrush away. So when I get to the painting this part black, then I'll remove that, but because it's blue I don't have to worry about it right now. So I'm going to do a quick side swipe here and airbrush. Okay everybody, it's been about a week and here's the car, and it's this beautiful glossy finish. I love it, but I ran into a bit of a problem. Is there looked like there was a big blob of paint stuck at the top here. So what I've done is I've taken some 1500 grit sandpaper. This is just very, very thin stuff, and I'm going to dunk it here in my water pot like that, so that you can see that bit's wet. And I'm just going to take a little bit of water with my finger and wet sand it very, very lightly. I'm actually not even really putting pressure on it. I'm just buffing it all out. All that area that needed it. And I didn't film a lot of it, so sorry about that, but I kind of added a couple thick layers. It's quite, I added quite a thick layer of paint onto this one, but now you can see the top of it's all kind of rough and crass. So the next thing I'm supposed to do is use this Novus 2. This is supposed to get rid of the little scratches I will have made. Novus 1 and 2 are pretty good. Novus 3 is for bigger scratches. So I think you only need 1 and 2, but certainly wouldn't hurt to have number 3 around on your hobby bench. So this is just polishing it around in little circles like so. And basically the instructions say you just keep polishing this stuff around until it goes away, until it kind of turns clear instead of this brown color, which is typically about how I've seen it work. Now, I've never done this on paint before. I've done this on clear plastic, but never glossy finishes like this. Man, this thing's just a fingerprint magnet now, which is a good sign. That's usually a good indication that the body is this nice gloss. And the blue color is magnificent. I love it. I love this color. It's excellent. So it's turning blue because what this stuff does is this stuff will actually, Novus 2, it'll actually remove paint. I've done that a couple of times. So I think what I'm going to do here is just kind of pull the rest of it off. I just grab a tissue here. I just want to see how we're doing, and it's not bad. Yeah, there's still some scratches in it. So what I'm going to do now is pause the video. I'm going to keep buffing this stuff out because I can see some areas in here where I need it more than others, and this is going to take me a while to do to get it the way I wanted it again. So yeah, I'm going to pause this now, and then when I get to Novus 1, or when I get it to the place where I want it, I will yeah, start filming again. Alright, I think I've got the car to about where I started, so it's pretty darn shiny again. So see, I got that all out. It took quite a few tries with the Novus, and I kind of just figured, well, I can't say figured, but learned to just apply more of this stuff than I thought. I was kind of spreading it thin, but when I applied more bigger layers of it, I was able to kind of work it in more. So it's nice and shiny once again, which I'm quite happy with. So I'm going to cut some more of this felt out here. Not felt, fabric. And I'm going to use Novus 1. And this is kind of like a wax coat, I guess. Whoop. And this stuff you just polish it on again. Removing only a little bit of blue. I think that's just particles. Move this stuff over. Alright, I'm going to throw that away because it's this nice blue sticky gob. That would be just lovely. So this stuff, I'm going to apply it all over the blue and the gloss black when I get there. But for now, I'm going to clean this up. Oh, and the windows. Yeah, I'm going to use it on the windows as well. Oh, that's... Oops, not that one. Buff it out here. Whoa. I don't know how well that'll show on the camera, but wow, that is way brighter. Excellent. I can just feel how incredibly glossy it is. It's excellent. Cool. That's where I was hoping I would get it. So like I said, I'm going to do this to the rest of the car. And one thing to note, if you put this Novus stuff on here, do not sorry, not Novus 2, but Novus 1. Do not put Future on. They don't mix. I've tried that before. I've read of several other people warning against the same thing. They don't like each other. So, man, oh man. What a shine. So yeah, let's polish it up. Excellent. What the devil is that? It's a fingerprint. There's a giant fingerprint there. Well, maybe it is a giant fingerprint, maybe it isn't. I'll have to go check that. But it'll just be a bit of sanding again and some more Novus 2 and I'm good to go. But man, that is glossy. So, I'm pretty excited about that because I'm gonna go do that to the rest of the car. I'm gonna let it dry for about a day and then I'm going to paint the black fenders maybe tomorrow or the next day whenever I find some time, but definitely very soon. I'm quite pleased I was able to get that little I don't know what you want to call it. Again, it just looked like a speck of dry paint just went right there, and I remember when it happened. It was like when the car was basically being done painted, and I was very kind of sad. So I got rid of that pimple, so to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna go buff out the rest of the body here. I'm quite happy with how this Novus is working, but it's gonna be quite a while before I get it to where I'm satisfied with the polish of the car. Polish and polish, those are two terribly different things. Although I do suspect there are some Polish people who are very polished. I think I wrinkled my brain there. Yeah, something's hurting up there. Anyways, I'm gonna go do something that won't hurt my brain, like the English language. Alright everybody, even though this will be, you know, built and posted, well, most likely, I don't know. I might upload this part earlier. I do have a question. I'll get to that in one moment. But here you can see I've taped up the body. Looks pretty good. This was a little difficult to do. Oops, I gotta fix that. Hold on. Let me just do this, because I know I'll forget later. There we go. Okay. So this is all taped up. This is going to be, again, gloss black here. And inside of the fenders, as much black as I can. Just so you, in case you flip it upside down, you don't see, you know, tan or gray or whatever. Yeah, so everything's taped up. It's ready to go. I've got the gloss black. I think I'm just gonna press down on the tape a little more, make sure all the seams are, you know, covered, so you don't have any little accidents of overspray in certain areas, because that always sucks and ruins your model. But and what else am I painting here? Real quick, just the fenders, I think. I haven't taken them out yet. Let me see here. Ah, here they are. Okay. So, yeah, I can just spray everything on there. I've left these on, although I'll probably cut one of them off. Who knows? Who cares? It'll be all painted anyways, and so then this will be nice black, and the other part will be nice black, and then after that's chrome. So, my problem with it is I painted this royal blue X3. This has been dry for about 2 weeks. And if I press on it, like hard enough, I leave fingerprints on it. Like they're still embedded in there. So my question is, if anyone knows why Tamiya acrylics, their glossy colors, seem to leave fingerprints, because I would really like to not have that happen, you know. And it's not, you know, it's not like leaving like a fingerprint like a normal gloss would do. You can, you know, just wipe it off. they're like it's like part of the plastic, and it's very frustrating. And I would like that to stop. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to research into it. But if anyone knows, please leave me a comment. The plastic's clean, the paint's good. I can't figure out a reason why. And this has been happening with several glossy paints. Not red for some reason. And I don't know what it is. And it's just turning me away from using gloss paints and going to lacquer in the big bottles. What I think I'm going to do, though, is I'm not entirely happy with the Novus. So when the whole car is done, the silver painted on there as well, I think what I'm going to do is try clear X22 and airbrush this on there. I've never used this one before, but it's basically the same as the flat, and so that should look pretty good on there. Hopefully that'll give me the more brighter gloss that I want. A lot of people lately, tell me use Tamiya polishing compounds because you get really nice surfaces, and Tamiya has a bunch of products. I just see a little bit of stubble there. For high shines and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm really actually seriously considering getting them, so I can just have that nice shine that I want on this. But anyways, I'm going to go and airbrush this next, and I'm not going to film it this time because it's just going to be very, very quick. So I'll see you guys when this is all done. Okay, I'm removing the tape and my fears are becoming real. The glossy part is leaving residue from the tape, which I'm really, really not happy with. I don't know how to fix it exactly, so I'll try and figure out something here. Like I said, I don't know what to do. I tried the glossy surface of Novus. I thought, heck, that'll do it. That'll make, kind of a clear coat on there. I won't have to worry about it too much, but it's kind of just saying no. So yeah, you can see it's all dull, and why the heck does it do that? It doesn't do that to the flat stuff. It doesn't even do that to Future, but it does it to just their acrylic glossy paints. And I don't get it, and I'm frustrated now. So I'm gonna try. Let's see how this turns out here. Oh, man. Dang nabbit. All that work you put into it, and it does this crap. That's where you that's where you give up and go to bed. But I had a feeling that this could happen, even though I really didn't want it to. Come on, there we go. And this last one here. Ooh. Ooh, gonna have to clean that. There's a trail of paint right here. Ew. Bit too thick there. Okay. So, what to do to fix this situation? I have no idea. There's even a bit of a bubbly texture on these fenders, and that needs to be cleaned up. I'm having a problem with my airbrush lately. You know, I don't want to be the guy blaming his tools, but I am having problems with the airbrush. So I need to look into fixing it. But that's just kind of a sneak peek at what it will, you know, eventually look like. So it's quite charming with a little car. But yeah, I'm really not happy about the tape residue, the leftover fingerprint thing, all that jazz. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'll figure out something to, you know, clean that up and get it looking nice again. Might have to use Novus. I might have to do some, you know, wet sanding and whatnot to get that back where I want it. I have a sanding stick. Where did I put it? Anyways, I have a sanding stick and it's very, very, very light grit. You can barely even feel it. It feels like this, but it actually does sand. Ah, here it is. So, who knows, I might go through with this and just... Yeah, it is working very, very mildly. Anyways, I'm going to go cut this out here and let this dry some more, but not impressed. Don't know what to do, but I'll figure it out. And like I said, I might just clean it up and either try this gloss future or even invest in a can of lacquer, because the lacquer works pretty darn well compared to these acrylics. So just learning some more lessons in here about how to better use this stuff, which is all part of the game.